You like the top or you just like the lose?
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Lance now on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On first and 10, here's Lance. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Vikings had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have the Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Again, it's Lance. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here we go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
On the ball. Ready?
Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. That's complete to McBride. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. Let's get... Because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll set up a throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Lance taking a shot here for Marshall. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Lance. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Murray going to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
They hand off to their big tight end. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I'd just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. It's an old expression we love to use. Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try to do it again.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Lance. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Okay, ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
red. Ready?
Cook up the gut. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So on fourth down, Riley Patterson now for the Viking field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Patterson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Robinson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Marr able to put this one through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The Lance going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Smith to return it. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Lance now on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they'll admit the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. To throw is Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, his throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Lance now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's returnable now for Smith. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very...
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, and here's Murray. Got a man, it's McBride complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra. Strike. Check strike. Check smash. 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 Ready?
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Lance. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strike! Strike! Ultra! Ultra!
To throw, it's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now a play fake. Lance eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cards will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Robinson up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Patrick Jones there on the tackle. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield. 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted. But good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Steal! Check steal!
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Check!
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. On the run. He'll let let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Cardinals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th-quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
17. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Here's Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Lance back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what?
If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 17. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll run again here with Robinson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Murray going to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
52 blaster.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Here we go. Tackle. 3-3. Ready?
In his own end zone, it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But based on the last two play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
Down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Ready?
To throw from his end zone. Lance, he's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.